Good evening, folks. This one's going to be just like a normal vloggy sort of thing. So if you're looking for trucking, it's not the video for you. I just hit a milestone. So Twitter helpfully reminded me. I'm sorry, the screen is over here and the lens is there. So I keep looking in the wrong place. I'm sorry. It's going to happen a lot in this video. This is my third attempt to record the same video because I keep getting off subject like I am right now. Whoops. We are in Farewell Bend, Oregon, which is a lovely little way station. We're near, I've got a delivery. I don't know how many miles. My GPS is not showing how many miles. Like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, I think, ish. I've got 5 hours and 54 minutes on my clock, so we're good there. I stopped here for a 30. It's been an hour. I'm still trying to record this video. I keep failing. I wanted to talk because I'm a minute in this video. I haven't said a thing yet. I just hit a milestone. Twitter helpfully reminded me. On December 3rd, 2019, I have officially been on Twitter with my current account and my current name for 10 years. And that means I started transitioning 10 years ago. And I am a real living transgender adult. I successfully am living as myself as an adult, with a job that I make money, I pay bills. I did it. 10 years. Oh my gosh, I know so many trans people that don't make it to 10 years, and it's terrifying. And realizing that I was now at the point where, like, I know trans people that, like, transitioned 3 and 4 years ago that are like, oh, I transitioned so long ago, I've been in this for ages. And I'm just like, oh, I'm at 10 years. I feel like this is still so new. Which is weird. Okay, so my life is split into, like, 3 different decades because I was born in 89, so it just works out super well like that. I'm currently 30, by the way. But, like, 90s, I was a kid. I was not necessarily strictly gender conforming. There were lots of signs when I was younger that I was trans, which are super obvious now as an adult looking back on them, but not super obvious at the time. In the early 2000s, I got internet access, and I started Googling things. It wasn't Google at the time. It was like Ask Jeeves and www.com, where the web begins. Where the web begins. It was a search engine at the time. My wrist is... My wrist is getting... I don't know what that noise was. My wrist is getting tired. So, sorry. I just dropped the phone. I just locked the autofocus, so I hope that's not a problem. I don't know how to fix that if it is. But yeah, so, got the internet, found trans stuff, and I realized I was trans. I started Googling things and then found the words for these feelings that I'd had for my entire life. So it's like, that's the point. That's the point where I knew I was trans. And then December 3rd, 2009, I'm in college away from my family for the first time in my life. And December 3rd, 2009 is when I said, I must transition or I am going to die. It is not something that I really super love talking about. Hello, bus. Goodbye, bus. It's not something I super enjoy talking about, but I got into a place where it was like, I am having thoughts and making plans that are terrifying. And if I don't transition, eventually I might not be here anymore. And it's really terrifying. So I got to that point in 2009 where it's like, okay, it's time to just do this. It's time to just do this. I was playing video games on my old gamer tag, my old Xbox Live gamer tag. I made my new Xbox Live gamer tag the same day I made my new Twitter handle, which is the Twitter that I'm on right now, which is @EllieOdare, which it wasn't my original Twitter handle. My original Twitter handle was something different, but it's the same account, like continuous account things from point A to point B. So I've been on Twitter with me for 10 years. So That was also when I created an Xbox Live gamer tag that was myself. There was a brief period where I was paying for 2 Xbox Live accounts in college, which is maybe not the best use of my money. Then all my friends were really confused when I let my gamer tag expire and stopped paying for Xbox Live Gold, and was somehow still talking about playing multiplayer games with people. It's because I was secretly playing under a different name as myself. But that was when I started like actively transitioning. So December 3rd, 2009 is the point that I consider myself having started transitioning. Is the point where I'm like, I am going to transition or die, so I'm going to start making social media profiles as myself. I'm going to start presenting as myself to other people on the internet. I'm going to start just, like, I may not be able to go to class as myself yet, but I'm going to live as myself whenever I am in my room. I spent a lot of time in my room with the door closed. And it's like, I am Ellie. Ellie is me. This is who I am when I am not out in public lying to people about who I am. But like by the time I graduated, I was living as myself. 2010, 2011, I completely socially transitioned. I changed how I dressed. I changed how I wore my hair. I changed how I talked. I changed how I walked. Everything changed in 2010. I became the woman I am today. Not entirely. I didn't start hormones until 2015. So, like, I know a lot of trans people that consider hormones to be the point where they started transitioning, and that's not the case for me. I transitioned with padding and silicone prior to that. Padding, silicone, and very careful clothing choices prior to that. And, of course, the voice things just all... There's no... like, voices don't change on hormones. That's not a thing that happens. That's just something you have to work toward eventually. In my case, I found this voice by singing along with singers that I really liked. There was like, it sounds super, super awful to say like I stole someone's voice, because I didn't. I can't sing. I can't sing for a crap. So, like, pretending that I used these famous singers to find my voice is, like, super, I just feel like that's not entirely correct, because I don't sound like them now, but by trying to sound like them, I found where I am now, if that makes sense. I found this voice, and I'm happy with it, and I think my voice is actually a big part of what helps me fit in. I am 6'3", over 300 pounds. I get a lot of double takes. I have customers where, like, I hand them my ID and they look at it and it's like, Elizabeth F? Here you go, ma'am. So I've gotten the double takes before, but I pass relatively well. A lot of times the double takes, I open my mouth and say things and then they're like, oh, you're just really tall. Okay. Like, I'm trans, actually. But, this is me. I exist as a transgender adult. And I don't talk about it enough, I feel like. So, that's why we're here. I need to talk about it. 10 years I exist. I didn't think I was even going to live to see 30 when I was a kid. And here I am. I've got a job. I love trucking. I love my truck. I have a job. This isn't my dream job, obviously, but I have a job. I have family that care about me. I have my bills paid, and I'm alive. I'm alive at age 30 as a trans person. That's actually pretty rare. So, I did it. Yay. Woo. This isn't my dream job. Trucking's not my dream job. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone, right? I feel like this should not be a surprise to anyone. I did not start my life like, I want to be a truck driver when I grow up. I wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid. Which, I guess this is kind of like piloting, in a way. Piloting a rolling vehicle instead of a flying one. I think that wanting to be a pilot is one of those things that made me enjoy trucking more than the average person. But, like, I have a degree. I graduated college with a degree in meteorology. That's a thing that happened, and I'm driving a truck. I had one interview for a job in my field. I don't remember whether I changed my name legally before or after the interview, but I did show up as Ellie, and I did not get that job in Wichita. So I wound up in fast food, wound up in security, wound up in trucking. And this is the job. This job, trucking, best thing that ever happened to me. I love this job. You heard my voice crack. I'm thinking about things. This is my third time recording this video, so I've gotten to this point before, and I know what comes next. What comes next is when I tell you guys that as much as I do love this job, there was a moment with this job. I visited the VLA, the Carl Jansky Very Large Array Radio Telescope out near Socorro, New Mexico. It's actually out near Magdalena, kind of out in the bowl-shaped valley west of Socorro. I almost just hit my horn by messing with my steering wheel, like right there. I almost hit the horn messing with my camera. But I visited the VLA, and I have a degree in science, meteorology. But I've got a not insignificant interest in astronomy and just general research science, and seeing all those people that just every day they go to work, they go out to this radio telescope in the middle of nowhere, and they just do science all day. I never felt so strongly before that or since that that was where I should have been. That was the place where I should have ended up. And I just wonder if I had, God, just driving away from that place was so hard. That was one of the hardest things that this job's ever done to me, where I didn't realize I was going to feel that when I got there. I didn't realize I was going to walk into the VLA and be like, oh, this is what I was supposed to do with my life, and instead I'm driving a truck. So, I mean, I guess I've got regrets. I don't know any trans people that don't have regrets, obviously, but I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy that I'm still here. I'm happy that I have this truck, because again, this truck is the best thing that's ever happened to me career-wise. Oof, my elbow just popped. My arm is getting really tired of holding the camera, so I'm going to have to be finishing up here soon. I am lucky that I've got what I've got here, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful to still be here. 10 years. I've been myself for 10 years. I've been free for 10 years. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of my life looks like. And the rest of my life might actually be a decently long time, I hope. And that is a lot. I'm not finished transitioning. I don't think that's a thing you can finish. But I made it to 10 years, and that's not nothing. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I made it. I'm glad I'm still here. So yeah, thank you guys. Also, I'm not going anywhere. I know my uploads have slowed to a crawl sometimes. It's hard to find bandwidth and stuff to do that. I'm working on things. I've got coals in the fires and things on the rest of my life. And, living in the truck, sometimes you got to take some time for you. And that's a thing that happens more often than I thought. And, maybe I don't make money on YouTube, so the videos aren't super high priority all the time, and I'm sorry. But, I'm not going anywhere. I intend to stick around. I intend to keep driving my truck. Hopefully this truck for a long time. And, maybe other things. I don't know. But I'm not going anywhere. So, thank you guys so much for watching. You can find me on the internet at EllioDare on Twitter, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Live, Steam, Instagram. I'm on Instagram. And you can also just leave comments below these videos. I do read them all. I'm still a tiny YouTuber. Again, I don't make money on this. My channel's monetized, but I'm very low traffic, so I don't make enough money to even break even on YouTube, period. So, I spend more money uploading videos than I make from ads. So, it is what it is. I do this for fun and because I like it. So, I'm not going anywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to say that again and again and again and again if I don't just stop this video. So have a great day, and thank you for watching. You can reach out if you are trans looking to get into trucking. Reach out, please contact me. I can maybe help with that stuff. I strongly encourage you to apply to Wilson Logistics. We have a great training program, and I'm not just saying that so I get referral bonuses. In fact, I don't tell people to put me on the referral things just because I think that's like, it's so transparent when people are begging for referrals. I don't need referral bonuses to make money at this job. You can put me on your referral if you want or not. I don't know that I've gotten, and I've gotten like 2 or 3 referrals over the course of my career. Made a much bigger difference when I was a company driver, less so as a lease op. But I'm not trying to just get referral bonuses. I also know a lot of other companies that are LGBT friendly with good training programs, and I can help you find those. So that's going to be like your Rail, your Schneider, your Swift, Prime. They're all big companies that are LGBT friendly that have good training. Swift is not great. Swift is obviously not great. They're bad reputation and their starting pay is pretty low, but they are LGBT friendly and they will get you your CDL. So if that's your goal, that's an acceptable place to go. Like, that's not nothing. They're not CR England or CRST. So like, everyone hates on them, but that's a place where you as an LGBT person can get a CDL at Swift. That's a thing you can do. But, maybe try Wilson first. I don't know. I'm biased, obviously, because I love this place. They've been great to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Contact me. You can email me. You know what? Y'all can email me. People can email me. I'm a human being. I have email. leodare@gmail.com. No spaces, no dots, nothing. Just ELLIEODAIRE @gmail.com.